Well, I'm sad. I don't know about y'all. This is not how I wanted my Friday to go. First off, happy birthday to me and all you fellow jarheads out there. So, hi. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Cool. It works. All right. Hey, birthday greetings. First off, from me to me. It's Marine Corps birthday, so happy 248th birthday. This is what I brought on the stream to commemorate. So I'm sad because I went to go open a bottle of wine and have some wine with y'all tonight. Because apparently it doesn't say anything about in Twitch rules that you can't drink, can't cut, or it doesn't say anything about cuss. It says I'm not allowed to stand up. No nudity. So there's that. So I won't stand up. But outside of that, but I have no bottle opener here. I'm sad. So, bummer. So, I'm testing out a whole bunch of stuff here. Like a combined chat thing. Now that Twitch allows simulcasting, this is pretty easy. Like y'all are just guinea pigs, effectively. So, yeah, like all the numbers look good as far as like stream health and the whole 9 yards. Like it looks strong, like bull. So, yeah. Y'all do realize that birthday, I mean Marine Corps birthday, but I'm a Marine, so it's my birthday, right? So, anyway, I appreciate the birthday wishes. These are the first ones not named Rocky that I've gotten, so I appreciate that. Thanks. All right? So, yeah. Anyway, what do y'all want to talk about tonight? I mean, it's funny. I went to go play poker tonight. I hate playing poker on the weekends at Encore. I just hate the vibe. I was there for an hour and a half, turned around and left. During the week, I just like it, and it's just as soft, if not softer. So that sucked. Then I was like, hey, 7 o'clock. Cool, the Canucks are playing. Oh, tomorrow night. Sad. So I came back to the studio and I was like, well, I got nothing to do. Why don't we test this out? I said I was going to do it sometime this weekend. I said probably Sunday. No, it didn't work out. Instead, you got me now. So let's see. Hi, yeah. Unachimba says, without being all political, looking at world current events, how do you think Mr. President handled your playthrough of similar events in the game? So it's funny, not funny, but funny you mentioned this, that on the day that Hamas did their attack, I think it was the day after our last stream of Mr. President, James sent me a text about that, like, whoa, real life. Imitating art, eh? And yeah, I mean, we didn't go to war with Hamas, did we? Was it Hamas or the other one in our stream? I can't remember, but yeah, that's crazy, right? Like 2,000 years has been going on. I don't know what the solution is, obviously, but all I know is the way it is right now ain't working and is only getting worse. So this certainly isn't helping things. Like, I understand if you're Israel, you know, you're surrounded by people who hate you, but do you think this is going to help your case? Like with the, like, Anyway, don't want to get into politics. Don't want to go down that roll. Hoorah, X-Ray. I appreciate it. Cool. This is cool. Like this is cool. I get to actually monitor both the chats all at once. So this is kind of nice. This is cool. And Graham says, happy Armistice Day. Happy. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Here in the States, it's Veterans Day. So yesterday, at the middle school that the kids go to, which is the middle school for like 5 or 6 elementary schools, which, by the way, let me ask you, I'm old. A lot of y'all are old, so I feel like this is okay. When you were in middle school, at least here in the States, what grades were middle school? Like, is this middle school 5th to 8th grade a new thing to y'all? Because it is to me still. Like, elementary is through 6th grade, middle school is 7 and 8, and then high school is 9 through 12. Not here. Anyway, they had 2 assemblies, Veterans Day things. So we went to both of them because we have one in 6th grade, one in 8th. And that was cool. And they have speakers here and not like sounds, but, you know, talking. Anyway, you get it. So yeah, that was cool. And Veterans Day is tomorrow, which, you know, celebrate. So I appreciate that, Graham. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Edward, how about them Canucks? Greatest start in franchise history. What? What? Like, I just wanted them to make playoffs. Although, I will say, how much does it suck that the Golden Knights are in the same division? And look, I hate the Bruins. I hate the Bruins, which is a tough thing given where I live. But you got to give them credit. They lost, who was it? It was Krejci and not Pasternak. Anyway, 2 studs for them retired. So what they do? Go out and start better than their record-breaking season last year. Crazy year so far in hockey, but man, it's nice to watch good hockey for a change. I appreciate that, Rocky. Eat a crayon for me. Let's see. Arrows Built says, nice to see you expanding to Twitch, Edward. Thanks. I'm excited to be here. This is cool. Yeah, now that they changed the rules, I guess this will be, tonight was a test. And if this works, then I'm just going to simulcast on both. Because I'll be honest, what I wanted to test 2 things. I wanted to test, A, does it work? And it appears that it is. So there's that. And the funny thing is, the lag difference is actually quicker on Twitch than it is on YouTube. So like the response time. But because of the software I'm using, I can monitor both the chats together. So that's pretty cool. So provided all this goes well, I'm able to like watch both the chat and see like whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, whatever. So yay, that's awesome. And it's not a resource hog, right? Like I was worried that how would it do on the bandwidth? How would it do, you know, with the streaming rig that I built here, and everything looks good. So that just means, hey, we're going to stream to both going forward. There's no downside, right? So yay, I'm pretty stoked about that. Does it seem quicker to y'all? So, okay, I'm going to try this. All right. So, Gia Bouted said, just posted on Twitch. So I'm curious, when does it show up live for y'all? How long's the delay? My guess is less than 10 seconds. So, yay. I'll get to the question here in a minute. But, yeah. Gotta love the first thing I wrote on Twitch was mistyped. Probably a good thing I didn't have the wine, I guess, in that case. Let's see. Humble Meeple. What do the Roman numerals mean behind you? Yeah, so Graham kind of answered it. 1616. Maybe the total number of glories to Rome uttered. So, yeah. So Glory to Rome, if you're not familiar, is a board game. Carl Chuddick, classic, great game. Multi-use cards. One of the actions in it is Legionnaire. When you play a Legionnaire, you put a card down demanding resources, saying Rome demands, I don't know, rubble. I'm sorry, trying to think, like wood, let's say. Rome demands wood. And if your neighbors on either side of you have a wood, they got to give you a wood. And you can take one out of the common supply. But if they don't, they show you their hand showing a distinct lack of wood, heyo, and exclaims glory to Rome. In other words, go fornicate with yourself. And so we started this 1616 glory to Rome's, usually uttered between the players here at the table. Again, a family-ish friendly way of saying go fornicate with yourself. Some have been directed at me from y'all. Oh, you made me buy this game. Yeah, that's fine. Some rarely, but on occasion, me directed at y'all playfully. But yeah, so that's what that is. All right. So yeah. One more question, humble meeple. How do you decide who gets to play on stream? We draw straws. No, not really. Were they close friends? Yeah, gaming group. So the folks that are, whether like back in Denver, my gaming group there. And so I'm curious. Hold on one second. There's one other thing I wanted to see. Interesting. And it also shows me a number of viewers between the two. Yay, this is awesome. I'm glad that Twitch finally allowed this. So yay. How do we decide? Yeah, so game group. So I had a game group in Denver, obviously have one here, and it's the members of the game group that want to stream, number one. I have at least one, I think just one right now, right? One member of the game group that doesn't want to stream. A lot of that has to do with work-related stuff. It's national security stuff he works with, so doesn't want to be on stream a lot in that regard. So it's just a hassle for him. So I understand that. And as far as how do we determine who's going to stream what game? Like, hey, next week we're playing these games. Who wants to be on it? Usually it's an availability thing, but it's also matching up the players with the day. So for instance, last night, I think it was last night, Alyssa, Ken, and I streamed Campaign Trail. And so Alyssa obviously was the impetus for this. She wanted to do it, so obviously needed to make sure a night she was available. Everybody in our game group, except for like 4 or 5 of us, are at Lobster Trap, which is an invite-only local convention here in town, that I could be at right now, but instead I'm spending time with y'all, so hi. And then Ken said he was available, and I was like, hey, do you want to be the third for this? And he's like, yeah, all right, cool, let's do it. So there's that. There's also, there's matching particular players with particular games, but a lot of it comes down to availability of our game group. So if you happen to be in the Boston area, reach out, let me know. We're always looking for more folks, as long as you're friendly, and somebody people want to game with and you're not unpleasant, then you may get a chance to be on stream if you are so inclined. So there's that. All right, so yeah, shoot me an email, contact@heavycardboard@gmail.com. On occasion, I actually answer emails. Let's see. Hey, Rob, hope I've been well. You know, could be worse. Cheers. I assume you're still down in Australia. Hope you're doing well. Thanks. Chimba, genuine question. Let me ask you, are some of these just bullshit questions? I shouldn't cuss. I understand, but it's Friday night. It's an experiment. Let's just have some fun. I'm letting the guard down a little bit. Anyways, just messing with you. Chimba asks, genuine question. Why aren't more board game channels calling for a ceasefire? I see so many who commented on Black Lives Matter, U.S. politics, but I see on the news huge protests, but less on board game channels. My guess is a guess. I'm not speaking for anybody. Speaking for me, for the most part, is there's just no upside. Any hot button topic. Any, just about. Unless it's Look, Nazis are bad. Everybody can get behind that, right? Racism's bad. Everybody can get behind that. Unless it's something that is just an absolute no-brainer. There's just no upside in it. And by that I mean, look, I have a small following, relatively speaking. You know, like, I don't know, 30,000 or so, which is awesome. Not trying to diminish that, okay? It's, let's face it, I'm a niche of a niche of a niche. And I appreciate it. I mean, obviously I'm able to make a living out of this because of said community, so not diminishing that. But it's tiny, relatively speaking, like of a lot of other YouTube folk, right? Hell, take a lot of the poker vlogs that I watch, right? Like, they're massive followings. Or even somebody like the Dice Tower, Rado, that are considerably bigger, whatever. What benefit? No, I don't want, no, that's the wrong way to frame that. Unless it's something that you personally feel strongly about one way or the other. So let's talk about the Israeli-Palestinian issue that's going on. I think both sides are wrong. But it's board game related. How does that have to do with board games? It doesn't. So number one. Number two, we're public facing folks. I don't want to get grief. I just want to do the show, have some fun with y'all, hang out. You know, and on occasion, like when we do things like this, the Ask the Elephant, like I can choose to avoid answering questions I don't want to answer, but I don't know that I've ever not taken on a question I've been asked, whether it has to do with back in the day or what was going on with me and Amanda, or what's up with whatever. I mean, any non-troll-like question, I've pretty much tackled, whether it's private or not. But anyway, it's a long way of saying just why would those people, where, it has nothing to do with board games, number one, and number two, just putting yourself out there when you're public facing is scary and people can be really mean. Now, there are no-brainers that I have zero qualms dealing with, right? Like, again, when people come after my friends because of any number of reasons, then yeah, no, that's not okay. But this, when I see, it seems everybody involved is not coming out of this smelling like roses. Like, and I'm not well versed enough to say who's more wrong or who's more right. And so therefore, I'm not educated enough on the specifics. And a lot of this depends on what side you fall on who's the right, who's the wrong. So why tackle it? Plus, a lot of y'all that watch, let's face it, board games can be a bit of escapism. Do you want to hear about that? As a whole, I'm saying. Or do you want to just come and watch a board game being played, learn how to play a game, stuff like that? So that's my God's honest take on it. And maybe that's bad, maybe that's wrong, but it's honest. That's it. So I hope that helps. I hope that answers. Again, not speaking to anybody else. You could go around and ask them. I don't know. So, all right. Anyway, that was a very long way of answering your question, but I don't want to answer it flippantly. So I hope that helps and at least get you an answer as far as I'm concerned, Unachimba. Again, I'm repeating myself, but I wouldn't dare to speak for anyone else. So yeah. Oh, Rocky, not a Marine buddy of his is actually his birthday today. That sucks. Like for those kids whose birthday is near Christmas and they get like Christmas and their birthday rolled into one, man, that ain't no good. At least this is 5 months out from my birthday. So there's that. So yeah. So anyway. That was such a long answer that I have no idea what people are answering 7 and 8 for. I don't know. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Oh, 7 and 8 for junior high. Right. Okay. Okay. All right. So this 5-6 thing, that's either a Northeast thing or a new thing. I'm not sure which. Where for junior high. All right. There we go. Well, it's good to see that I'm getting spammed on Twitch too. So I got to set up stuff for that. So I apologize for all of that because, again, this is just a test stream. We'll work on it. Like I don't even have a bio yet on Twitch because I've never streamed until tonight. Okay, Rocky, that's creepy. The oldest boy does that on occasion and will do it for an hour nonstop. That whole crazy. I was crazy once. They put me in a rubber room of rats. Rats make me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. It's impressive, his dedication to it, too, let me tell you. All right, Geo boated? Yeah, go with it. Quick question. Probably not a quick answer because it's me and I don't know how to do those. But anyway, will John Company 2 stream come back? Best game of the year so far for me, and also Struggle of Empire stream anytime soon. Really like the game from Martin Wallace. Also looking forward to another Vino stream. Love the 2010 edition. I just load the 2016 version. Cheers. I agree with you on the latter for sure. John Company 2, possibly. Let's see, Vinos. That's going to be a... We stream a lot. The Vino stream, was that a patron only or did we actually stream that publicly? A week or two ago. I can't remember. The solo, I know we haven't. I'm going to do that. And if we haven't done the multiplayer, we're going to do that probably next week. But we'll see how that works out. Again, availability of players. So there's that. Okay? Struggle of Empires. Man, there are two people in particular up in Maine, which sounds really far away. It's 2 states away. It's like 30 minutes. That I really want to get involved in that stream, and we're going to stream it either 5 or 7. And honestly, I think 5 players actually would stream really well on the new version of Struggle of Empires. So me, Shrey, those 2, and 1 other. I would like to. It's all about when they're available to do so, which, again, scheduling is difficult. Okay? But yeah, Struggle of Empires, I'm championing it a bit to make happen. Alex Bauer, sorry if this has been asked already. It's okay, I'll just tell you so. But I've been going through a lot of the older videos and was just wondering what's your favorite current game to play and what was your favorite stream? Wow, 6 to 7 seconds is lag time. See, I told you I thought it was less than 10 seconds over on Twitch. Awesome. All right. Favorite game, I mean, it's hard to beat Age of Steam. Again, I'm going to do another top 50 sooner rather than later. So let's go with that for lack of a better answer off the top of my head. And favorite stream. Still haven't found Rita. I don't know where Rita went. Where? There. She's missing. That, the Brides and Bribes, the escape plan. Like basically any time we absolutely just lost it, laughing and having a good time. And there are probably others that I'm not thinking of, but those are the 2 that jump to mind. So those are probably, so Brides and Bribes and Escape Plan. are up there at least. All right. Stone, not rubble. There you go, Carla. Good call. Lawrence, one of the great perks, or one of the perks, I guess, maybe it's a mediocre perk, I don't know, of being a patron is the exclusive streams. Do the thumbs in that help too? I don't know how YouTube works. Thumbs are never a bad thing. I don't monetize the patron-only streams, so I make no money whatsoever off the patron-only streams because I figure you're already, but the public ones I do because, you know, I got to pay bills. But do the thumbs work on that? Thumbs are thumbs, so sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, all thumbs are appreciated. So, yeah. Rocky says, I've gotten a few. Glory to Rome's. Phryne says she's gotten a few, or I've gotten at least one. Bob, it's 2:13 a.m. So let's see, that was 15 minutes ago, but nonetheless, that's 6 hours ahead. That means you're somewhere over in Central Europe area. Where are you, Bob? Unajima, when you set up heavy cardboard when you set up heavy cardboard, there were not many channels covering heavy board games that you liked. If you're coming into board games now and trying to set up heavy cardboard, do you think it would be too late or still possible? Let me ask you this. Do you think there's room for heavy cardboard, Unachimba? And given that I'm still able to do this for a living through the support predominantly from the patrons, clearly I'm doing something right in a standpoint of there might be people out there that do it better than I do, but who? So, yeah, I think I would, if you're not passionate about what it is you do, don't do it. People will see through that. So, like, I'm not going to do, like, party games. You know what I mean? The only other, honestly, if I could go back, I don't know, 5 years, I might have done poker vlogging. That would have made way more money. Ed the Worst, what's your favorite games to play when you play with Jess off stream? We don't play games a whole lot, honestly. Like, I know how much she loves Ginkopolis, so getting a chance to play that with her. Yeah, when we're, like, at the gathering, the friends, like, we'll play games together and stuff. So, but there isn't, like, a set go-to. Like, because I do this so many nights a week that we don't really play games a lot. So there's that. Arrows built. My question for the elephant. Okay. Are there any planned 18XX streams on the horizon? Yes. Also, any chance we see 18 India in the channel with some old Denver folks? RO built. I'm sure I'm Bullet. No, RO Bullet. There you go. That's it. Sorry, the blue on dark blue is hard to read here. Unless the Denver folks are planning on coming out here, I don't know how we're going to make that happen. So, unlikely, unless you know something I don't know. But is there 18XX streams planned in the near future? Yes. Bob Rock, only one question. Shipyard, still good? Yes. Always wanted to try it, and with the second edition, there's a chance now. Should I go for it? Wait a minute, what? Excuse me while I Google that. I think I knew this, actually, didn't I? Huh. I'm going to read. Let's see. What, okay, the obvious question. There you go. First thread. Differences between first and second edition. Thank you, Mur, for linking to the answer. Let's see. Vladimir Suchi responded. There are some little things. Solo game. What? Yay. Introductory build for first-time play. What the fuck? What? We've excluded controversial contracts from this edition. Orders remained. Okay, not a lot. I'm trying to see if the different graphics, but otherwise minimal changes. All the original contracts are in place. 2 were added to the old green contracts, so there are 14 instead of 12. No changes or addition to the old blue contracts. All right, so, okay, I don't remember which is which, and they go into the details of that, but whatever, I don't care. However, what I will say this is, if you don't like the contracts as they are, play with open contracts. And what I mean by that is, like, deal out 4 and 4 or 5 and 5. Everybody can score 1 of each. You choose at the end of the game. It eliminates that problem. It really, really does. And yes, absolutely, it's a great game. And if we get a second edition copy, I will absolutely stream that. And definitely for the solo. That sounds tasty. Yay. So, great question, Bob. Cheers to you. Rumor has it we'll be streaming Steam Power. Carla says. Steam Power? Am I? Oh, Wallace Design. Yeah. Okay, we will be. Sorry. Martin Wallace's game. Yeah. We will be. All right. Do I watch Live at the Bike? I was on Live at the Bike way back in the day. You would not recognize me. But yeah, I was on that. Anyway, what do we play? 5-5 or 5-10? One or the other. I have a copy of that stream. Anyway, if so, thoughts on the Garrett Robbie? Okay, so yeah. All right, I'll answer that. I don't know if it was cheap. I don't know if she's an idiot. But there's zero way you can justify that call. So it sure seems shady as hell. Garrett has not come off well in that. I don't know any of the drama that followed all of that. I know Garrett's really good at poker, but it sure seems shady. That's all I'm saying. Calling down Jack High, like, I've made King High calls before for way, way, way less money, and that's risky. And no, just no. So yeah, I do on occasion. We'll catch a live stream, like, you know, when Mariano's on, or Gabby, Gazzy B, which I would argue Gazzy's probably my favorite streamer. So yeah, but anyway, all right, now poker vlogger. If you haven't watched him, definitely recommend. Apparently, there's one other, Corey Eyring, I think is how you say it. Young kid that plays up here in the Boston, New Hampshire area. I've never run into him because I think he's underage and he can't get into Encore, so I don't see him. So he only plays up in New Hampshire. He's hysterical. And there is GTO Optimized or whatever that is up here, and dude could not come across, at least on the vlog, as a bigger dude bro douche canoe than if he tried. But yeah, there's just no need. But I hope for his sake it's just shtick. But yeah, I never run into these guys. I've played a number of times with Ethan, with Rampage, back before he binked and became what he is now. And yeah, but no, that's all. I mean, obviously I've played with Brad and Nimi in Vegas. I played with them here, well, in Springfield, and yeah. So for the most part, I like most of them. I watch those. I don't watch regular TV outside of sports. So, all right. BP Wilding says, I've stopped watching other channels for being overtly political during game sessions reviews. Not why I'm here. Thanks. I get that. And that kind of, I mean, I can, if I'm bring something up, like it's going to be a brief little thing, or maybe we talk about it on the podcast, which Martin and I are bringing back next week. But yeah, no, on the streams, like we're here to play games and show the games off. So, okay. Do I have a new most anticipated game now that you've played Mr. President? Yes, Schwam Clutch. Mr. President 2nd edition. I kid you not. Game's that good. I really enjoy it. Really, really, really enjoy it. So, yeah. But past that, no. Aha! I thought there might be an ulterior motive there, humble meeple. Let's go read your email. Live on the air. Shout. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. Unless it's funny. Okay, let's see. I am going to read it, though. Let's see. You're welcome. Yes, we are in Wakefield. All right. Okay, big question for you, humble meeple. Are you pleasant? If the answer is yes, then yeah, it sounds like we're having a game day here Sunday. So if you want to make it, come on down. I'll reply to your email when I'm done streaming. Ted Chev, streaming War of the Ring? You are? When? No. Yeah, we've actually streamed it twice for the patrons. So if you're a patron, you've already seen it or had an opportunity to. If you're not a patron, probably next Friday. Yeah. Today was epic, wasn't it? That was unexpected. Let's put it that way. That was very long ago. Oh, I usually end up about 20, 30 minutes behind in chat. It's because I actually try and answer all of y'all's questions. Oh, wait a minute. You're on Twitch. You're probably not used to that. That's fair. So, yay. All right, so heads up on that. When I do these Ask the Elephants, they're never short. And I answer every question that's ever asked, unless you're being a troll or a douche canoe. Or I just don't want to, but that's yet to happen. So there we go. John Company 2 solo stream. Yeah. Huh. Maybe. We'll see. But, oh, you know what? Wait a minute. I need to make a note on this. I have failed y'all. I forgot. My bad. Ricky Royal offered. He and I will tag team it. He'll be remote. So, JC2 solo. We're Ricky. Soon. How's that? Because I have the guy that designed the solo streaming it with me. I'm down for that. Have I played any of the Levy and campaign games yet? Nevsky, Plantagenet, Almaver. If so, any plans to stream? No, and maybe. Back before the pandemic, there was some talk of Nevsky, but that went the way of the dodo. I don't own any of them, and I don't. Maybe if there's interest within the game group. Unfortunately, Alyssa's leaving sooner rather than later, so there goes one of the potential folk there. But the good news is, you got folks like James, Kyle, Ken, on occasion, Asher. So yeah, maybe. Maybe. H3 asks, A18XX on the horizon. The answer is yes. I answered that. Absolutely. I'm not saying which ones, but yes, there are at least 2 planned. And by on the horizon, let's say 1 by the end of the year and 2 by the end of January. How's that? Bob Rocks in Bosnia. Hey, hi. That's cool. How cool is this stuff? We get to hang out, shoot the breeze. I'm trying to self-edit still. If I was drinking wine, I wouldn't be, but I'm not. I'm just drinking chai for this one. That one is, it's just mint. I thought, maybe ease into it after, or come down a little after. H3, 10:28 a.m. over there. So I'm 14 minutes behind now? So that's somewhere over in East Asia. Where? H3? Funny, Geo Bouted. Another question, just wondering, will there be a HeavyCon next year? Yep. In fact, invites, if all goes well, be going out on Monday. Rob, if you're watching, we need to finish that. So there's that. Rocky, let's get another 1862 solo stream going. Could happen. I got other solo games on the docket first. Dice Rounds, Vinos, Gallerist. Is there any other? I can't remember. Let me check. Oh, in nuclear. No, just kidding. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got on the immediate docket. So, yeah. Chip says, love the late evening Ask the Elephant. Well, good. I'm glad you're enjoying that, Chip. Just got through my first year of Mr. President. I earned a single prestige point, rolling horribly for most of the year. Roll better, obviously, Chip. That's the answer. Just saying. Oh, good question, Chris. Looking back at it, did Mr. President live up to your expectations? I would say it surpassed them. Yeah, I think it surpassed them, which is really near impossible given if a game's your most anticipated game of all time, and that's not hyperbole. That's legit. Like, surpassing your expectations, near impossible, yet I would argue I think it did. I think the way it flows and the way it's structured helps with it, and it's much better than I anticipated it being, number one. And number two, I will say that it's such a beast, and it's so big, that it's more than I expected, though. And by more, I mean it was just, at first blush, it was intimidating. Really like, holy, that's one turn. 50 steps is one turn. Makes VTOLs, just do this, seem really simple, right? But yeah, no, looking back, I'm not kidding. I can't wait for the second edition to come out, which minor changes, mind you, but enough that I'm looking forward to streaming it again, hopefully with James as well, if we can make that happen. But let's face it, James was amazing, was an amazing trooper doing that for 5 days during the day. So I have no expectation, but hey, if we can make it happen, we will. If not, then it'll be just me, and oof, I don't know if y'all want that much me in 1 week. I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. Chip says, and I can't wait to get back to it. He says, I know it's a beast, but please do schedule more Mr. President around President's Day, if not before. When is President's Day? I don't know. That's not one that I have committed to memory when it is. So help me out there. And in about 15, 20 minutes when I get there, I'll wonder why you put a date up there. Okay. Uzik Keeley? Uzi, let's go with that. Only video for Hegemony I saw on the channel was the Kickstarter coverage. You are correct. Have you played it since? I have not. Was it not engaging? Other folks, I never got a copy. That happens a lot with Kickstarter campaigns, but I know Alyssa's a huge fan, Martin's a huge fan, there are some others. They've played it a number of times. I just haven't. I wasn't part of that table. Whenever like we have game days and whatever, I just haven't. Could we stream it again? Maybe, possibly. That was tasty. That was really good. It wasn't wine, but it was good. On to the second one now. Rocky says, I've been dying for more Hegemony, especially the solo. Noted. Hey, Rob. Maybe an uber rare stream series, Hinkelstein, Extra Blatt, etc. Funny you mentioned this. The mint's good, but coming from chai to mint, that was a cliff we fell off. Okay. Today, after the patron-only stream of War of the Ring, Kyle and I are trying to plan out what our next two-player Friday afternoon games are going to be. And, I mean, whenever you have two players, you can't help but kind of gravitate towards war games, because, obviously. And Kyle had an interesting, we had an interesting discussion about playing the bad guys in war games. So, but we're both pretty okay with that. Like, it's one thing to play as the Germans in World War II or the Confederates in a Civil War game. It's another if you were trying to represent the Nazis politically. That's where I think Kyle definitely draws the line. I probably would somewhere around there too. Probably. I haven't really given it a ton of thought. But anyway, and so you mentioned some rare and obscure games. Napoleon's Triumph came up, because I have a copy of it back there. So maybe something like that. Hinkelstein, I still want to stream. I think that'd be amazing. I would love to get that stream. I came so close to being able to finagle Clay over at Capstone to get that Box of Rocks republished. I tried. It was just too expensive to produce, alas. But he did check into it, so there's that. So yeah, maybe. That could definitely happen, Rob. Oh, that's right, Rob. You saw that, didn't you? The stream of me on Live at the Bike. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I look way different. Wow. That was a long time ago. I want to say it was 2006, I think. Whew. Wow. The Twitter handle comes from my old online name when I used to play poker online as a living, Sir Felix Cat. And my old blog, when I had a blog. Whew. Anyway, more coin. Yeah, I know. I hear you, Rocky. Hey, Kyle. Yeah, it works. Okay, hold on. Look, I'm not going to call you out. Okay, no. Let me go about doing this the right way here, Eric. Eric says, I know it's tough with all the new hotness and the FOMO, but would love to see more older games played on the channel. Okay, let me pause there. Let's go through last month or two, shall we? War of the Ring, or I guess technically is coming, but we streamed it for the patrons. Campaign Trail, Nucleum, Gallerist, Venus, Furnace, Iki, a lot of Mr. President, Fields of Despair, Concordia, Age of Steam, Craftsman, Lacuna, Barcelona, Age of Steam, White Castle, Sail, U Chronicle, Robo Trick, Age of Innovation, yeah, so that brings us back to the summer. That's a crap ton of older games. So I'm just saying, I feel like we've been doing our part. Like, we're actually, I thought, doing a really good job of that. But that said, is there a game you've never streamed that you'd like to show off? Yeah, it's still sitting downstairs. D-Day at Omaha Beach. So there's that. Eventually, I really keep threatening. If I can get JT to tag team that with me, I think we make that happen. All right? CBU, how many Patreon-only streams are there a week on average? Considering pledging, was curious. I'm probably going to cut off my nose to spite my face, but don't pledge for that. I'm just saying, support the show if you want to support it. The Patreon-only streams happen when we're playing a game off stream and like to prepare for a public stream. Sometimes there's 2 a week, sometimes there's none. So I'd say on average, maybe 1 a week. On average. I think that's a fair statement, but I mean, it's a benefit, but I guess it's new to me that would be a driving reason to support the channel, but I guess it makes sense. That and the Slack channel and everything else. So I guess that makes sense. I shouldn't say don't, because money's good. I'd like to pay the bills. But yeah, yeah. Eric says, appreciate the Galler stream, by the way. I'm a big fan of that game. Oh, so you do see... I'm just messing with you, Eric. Yeah, Nick says, yeah, do a John Company 2 stream with William Dalrymple. He's the one who wrote the books that Cole, yes, and I actually have them on my Kindle. I haven't gotten to them yet, along with Cole. I mean, we could see if we can make it happen. Stranger things have done. I reached out to Dan Carlin to try and get him on the show. His assistant wrote back and said no, but at least I got a response, so there was that. Joe says, question for the viewers on Twitch. This is crazy. Like, I have platform talking to platform now. Whoa. Anyway, are you regular Heavy Cardboard viewers or Twitch viewers who just popped in? Hell, I want to know that. I am. Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot of them, mind you. There's like 6, but we'll take it. It's the first ever stream. So, I don't know. Alyssa says 1862 multiplayer. I promised you it's going to happen. Aha, H3's in Japan. Whereabouts? Like, I'm curious. I've been a few places in Japan. Iwakuni, made a visit to Hiroshima, Okinawa. Been around. I think that's about it, pretty much. But yeah, I'm curious. Where? Rocky says, honestly, the box for Mr. President is smaller than I thought it'd be. It is, right? Like it's like a Command and Colors, like standard, like in a coin game size box, thereabouts, I think. So yeah, they did a really good. There's just not a ton of components in it. You know what I mean? It's just there's not a lot. There's a lot of books, but like there's 5 punch boards and a deck of cards and a couple of dice. Like there's just not a lot physically to it. But obviously there's a huge game there, which is amazing. That's a credit. It really is. They did such a good job with that. All right. President's Day is mid-February. I mean, that all depends. Not going to commit to it because I don't know. Whenever I get the second edition stuff for Mr. President, that's when you can look for another set of Mr. President streams for sure. Okay? Or apparently it's late January 2024. But anyway, you get the idea. So we'll see when that stuff shows up. Alyssa says, I totally do hegemony. See, I told you. I know Martin would totally be down for that. So there's 3. I imagine Ken would also. And so it's just a matter of getting folks available for it. Maybe Shrey. We also have another Oath stream to put that to bed with Alyssa. So we got to get that done before she leaves. So yeah, we'll see. Uh-oh. Cody says, I don't know if it'll be necessary, but I'm going to apologize in advance for asking this. That's a fun preface, Cody. I miss seeing Asher. I hope I'm remembering his name correctly. Any chance you'll adopt? Oh, you'll adopt or get another dog. Oh, no, no need to apologize. Lincoln, come here. Lincoln. Lincoln. No, he's sacked out. I have. Are you unaware of Lincoln's presence? Another greyhound. He's sleeping right now, as greyhounds do. But yeah, he's actually shown up in a couple of streams fairly recently. So, nah, I appreciate you. I'll be honest, I miss Asher too. Asher was a really, I thought you were talking about Asher like our gaming buddy that's occasionally on the show. But no, I miss my boy. Yeah. Oh, I cried so hard. But yeah, no, Lincoln is amazing. He is a very, very good boy. Very good boy. I've had him for 4 years now. 3, 4. I think going into 4th year, I think. Kimmo. We'll go with Kimmo. Greetings from Finland. Greetings from America. I've enjoyed a lot of your streams during the past year. Yay! I'm glad to hear it. Awesome. Welcome. Hopefully you come around. Make live chat more often if you get a chance. Kimmo. I'm going with Kimmo. Gia Boded. Just hit me. Molly House. New game from Cole Worley. Tried it a few times. TTS. Quite great. If given a chance, would there be a stream for it? I've reached out to him, and he said maybe. So I don't know. We'll see. So, hey, reach out to Cole and ask, because I pinged him. I don't want to bother him past what I've done, because he did respond and said, we'll see. He was going to talk to Drew about it. Fact that I haven't heard back tells me probably not. So we'll see. Oh, 2-player Friday for Virsindas Good call. I don't have a copy of that anymore. I don't know why, but I don't. Because when I organized the library downstairs in the library, I didn't come across it. That's a good one. Let me write it down. You know, James might have a copy. Alyssa. Maybe. But yeah, that's something that me and Ken or Kyle and I could possibly bust out. Good call. Twilight Struggle, 2-player. I knew you were going to play it with Ken. Yeah, Chris. So Twilight Struggle and Imperial Struggle, Ken and I are going to bust those out for sure. I have the collector's edition of Twilight Struggle, so get to show that off. That'd be fun. But man, we're gonna not play it well, and I'm so nervous about the pushback on it. But yeah, what the hell? It's not like we're talking politics. Too soon. Sorry. Robinson Crusoe solo stream. Don't own it. Don't know. Maybe if I ever get a copy of it somehow, some way, that could maybe happen. We'll see. Chris says, Eric's right, though. The older games are oftentimes the best streams. Even if there's a lot, more are welcome. Really enjoy the older games that I haven't heard of. Oh, for sure. I mean, it's what the hallmark of this channel was started on. I think we're doing a pretty good job of mixing them up right now. I like the distribution of things. And for those, it's funny. I haven't heard, like, all those people that were complaining about all the sponsored streams. We haven't had a sponsored stream in a number of months now. That's going to change here sooner rather than later. But yeah, where I like the distribution right now of older and newer titles. I think we're mixing it up really, really well. So, yay. Hopefully y'all agree. Podcast episode of Wir sind das Volk. Yep. He said, you're the ones that sold it for me. I like it a lot. Well, mission accomplished then. Yay, I'm glad. Eric says, okay, valid. I must be catching up to real time here. You've been doing a great job keeping a good mix of old and new. I appreciate it, which is why I'm a patron. I guess, like most consumers, I'm very demanding. It's never enough. I appreciate you, Eric. I knew you would take that the way it was meant. So, all good. Do I know the dimensions of my board game table in the studio? Yes. Do you think it's the right size or needs to be bigger? The table that is currently here right now, I don't have the camera on, so I'm not going to switch to it. But I prefer the table, my original table. Okay? I feel very, very strongly about what I'm going to say. Before we got our boardgametables.com table, the original one, the downstairs one. Before we got that, I spent an inordinate amount of time figuring out what exactly is, in my opinion, and this is a hill I will die on, is the perfect board gaming table size. Now, obviously, constraints, your room size, yada, yada, yada. If everything being equal, here is the perfect size. You ready? 6 feet wide. Now, this is the gaming surface. So, like this one, is not what I'm talking about. And these right here, I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about the felt, the green felt itself. Okay? Here we go. 6 feet wide, so 72 inches, 180 centimeters, I think that is, by 42 inches, 3.5 feet wide. So 3.5, that is 90, 15, 105 centimeters. That is the game. Perfect gaming table size. Now, in addition to that, the rails on the boardgametable.com table that I have downstairs, each rail is 3 inches wide. I am a really, really, really big fan of that size. So that table that's downstairs was custom made for me. That was part of the sponsorship that we did with them. So it's got a 3-inch rail all the way around. If it were skinnier, it'd be uncomfortable to rest your arms on. And if it's too wide, which this one is like 6 inches. It cuts down the actual table space, so the table size is too small. So, I mean, this is an amazing Geek and Son table that we have. I mean, it's so over the top ridiculous. It's got LEDs on the outside. It's got a speaker. It's got, hold on, let's do this again. Wrong way. There. These fold out for gaming stations. These come off, and this is where I keep dishes and baggies and all that. It's amazing, but way ridiculous, okay? Now, with all that said, I wouldn't have bought it. This was given to us from them as part of the sponsorship, yada, yada, yada. But there are flaws with this table. Things that I really do not like. I had to buy new chairs, because your regular dining room size chairs, this game sits way taller than the other one, too. So anyway, not to go into it any more than that, but 6 feet wide, 42 inches. 6 feet, 42 inches. Perfect gaming size, and that is a hill I will die on. I feel very strongly about that. Anyway. North of Tokyo, H3, in a city called, Sendai. Never been there, but I'm familiar with it. All right, cool. Welcome to visit. I'll tell you what, like, when we get, I really want to get back to the heavy cardboard around the game day around the world. I would love to be able to make that happen. So, you never know. Ed, the worst. Are you still not a fan of Grand Austria Hotel or Lorenzo? Grand Austria Hotel was fine. Lorenzo Il Magnifico, I just don't know why that game exists. Game should do one of two things. Either bring something new to the table or do something that's been done in a new and fresh and innovative, exciting way. That game does neither. Sorry. I couldn't have been more bored. Anyway. So, no, I honestly, I haven't played it since then. I also don't like Trois, but I would like to try it again. I would try Lorenzo again. See if my feelings have changed on either one of those. Versailles 1919, Chip says, it's in the pipeline, Chip. All right, Alyssa doesn't have Lucinda spoke. Okay. Oh, Rocky, you hurt me. That's another one, Atlantic Chase. I need to remind myself of that. All right. Forgot how to spell Chase there for a second. Rocky, still upset Atlantic Chase didn't win the Golden Elephant? Definitely a casualty of limited stock. I hear you. What brought on the War of the Ring? You guys should, oh, hey, JT. You guys should stream the new card game at 4 players. What new card game? And did you hear what I said earlier? JT, about you and me tag teaming D-Day at Omaha Beach on a stream. Just saying, we need to make that happen. Even if you're doing it remote. Just saying, like we need to make this happen. Any chance you're going to play John Company again anytime soon? Apparently, since a lot of y'all are asking for it. Okay. Seems like it. Also, none of the Twitch folks answered, by the way. Are you previous viewers of Heavy Cardboard? Or are you just drive-buying and happen to come on? What the hell is this Heavy Cardboard thing? Which is it? Which is it? Do I have a favorite 18XX title? Probably 22. 62 for solo, but that's a very short list that it could be. Also, Kyle and I were wondering, are there any decent 2-player 18XX games? I couldn't think of any. I mean, 62 obviously for solo, and everything multiplayer, but I didn't know the answer to that. I was like, don't know. So, yeah. All right, JT, if you're saying for sure, then, I mean, you're the dude whose schedule we got to work around. Make it happen. You tell me. Let's make it work. I do this for a living, so I can be available. Hi, Michelle. By the way, is it Michelle? It's not Michael, it's Michelle, right? I think so. It's the extra E in the end that's throwing me off. So what about evacuation? There's a good chance that might happen next week. It could. They currently have it over at Lobster Trap, and so we'll see. A number of folks have played it in the game group. I just haven't. And it's important usually for me to play a game before we stream it. Usually. Not always, but usually. Isle of Wight. So that's 1860, is that, I think, for a 2-player? Dr. Viz says, I'm a double viewer. I have to say the Twitch stream is much nicer video quality. Really? Now, okay, so now we're back to the whole this is a test. So is it? Because y'all know if you hit the little gear symbol on YouTube, you go to quality, and mine's set to auto, which is 1080p 60. Are y'all not doing that normally? Just curious. And now that I see this, I need to look on Twitch. Quality is set to auto. Or set it to source. Oh, nice, which is 1080p 60, because I suppose at some point 4K, but none of my cameras are set up for that, so I'm just not bothering for a while. So, all right. Good night, doctor. Nick Air says, first time watching live, but I've looked at your John Company 2 videos. Brass, Birmingham, love the historic intro by Martin. Martin's so good at that, isn't he? And that's about it. Love the quality of your channel, but not enough time to watch a lot of it. That's fair. All right. So you're not a drive-byer like you've watched stuff. So okay, I appreciate the heads up on that. Oh wow. Oh, I can block people in this. Cool. Or I can reply to you. Nice. Who? I can't read that name. No luck, Rico. I'm sorry. I hope your luck turns around, Rico. I've been watching Heavy Cardboard on YouTube for a while now. Twitch chat is much more enjoyable. So multi-streams are going to be more frequent. We'd rather hang out here. They are. And okay. Cool. Welcome. Glad. All right. Kevin says 18 Svea. Supposed to be good at 2. Actually, Ch reads K in Italian. Is it Michele or Michele? Now it's all, now you're throwing me all off. Phonetically, sound it out. I want to get it right, damn it. Yes, I have caught up. And what, in like an hour and 10 minutes, y'all are slacking tonight, man. 18CZ is pretty good for 2, Vincent says. Okay, all right. All right. And Gio says, been following Heavy Cardboard for a long time. Tuned in on Twitch because I'm curious. I hear ya. All right. All right, so Twitch, Alyssa says, is really sharp on the Apple TV. All right. Fine, hold on. Now, y'all are going to make me do this, aren't you? Fine. You can see I'm actually wearing pants. I was just kidding about the whole thing. I'm going to turn the cameras on. Because now we're going to test some stuff out then. I mean, I guess if the whole point of doing this was a test anyways. Break out the controller. Hold on. Oh, stop that. All right. I've caught up anyways, so might as well. That's a lot of white, but let's try it. All right. Yeah, everyone's saying Twitch is better visually. Wow, really? Okay. Way nicer than shows up on the YouTube app. Really? Okay. All right. Well, fine. So I was hoping there'd be new people and be like, oh, wow, look at all this. Uh-oh. Why didn't that work? Okay. Oh, hello, sir. Lincoln, come here. Come here. Somebody was asking about you. Come here. Come here. Here, hold on. There you go. There you go. Lincoln, say hi. 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 How's my sleepyhead, huh? Oh. You just woke up, didn't you? Yeah? All right. I won't be too much longer, and then we'll go for a walk, okay? All right? Yeah. All right. Go lay down. Go lay down. Oh, or hang out and stare at me. That's fine, too. Okay. All right. That's fine. All right. Well, there you go. Right. So anyway, what was I doing? Sorry, got a little sidetracked. So I'm curious. I ignore that. Like I said, I wasn't planning on doing this. So, okay. So y'all said it's clear on this. So I'm curious. Obviously, I just had War of the Ring out here. Wow, that's really bad. So here we go. All that white. Okay, fine. Hold on. Wasn't prepared for this. That glare. Stop. There we go. So y'all are saying that's way clearer for y'all. I'm just curious. Is it? Like, that seems blurry as hell to me. Why? Why are you blurry? Stop that. Yeah, whoa. That's crazy. Okay, interesting. All right, well, we've done that. Now, gotta reboot that. But anyway, here. So I'm curious with the PTZ. So I'm expecting feedback on this since y'all are watching it and I'm not. But just moving things around. All right. So anyway, there's that. All right. All right. So we've gotten that out of the way. Good enough. All right. Let me get back to it now. Tricarian or Anachrony? I still have yet to play Anachrony. Tricarian, could we do it again? Possibly. I happen to know people who really like the game. Myself included. You know what game we haven't done that we need to? I just looked at it today and cannot remember the name. It starts with an A. But it's a worker placement. It's from... God, this is terrible. Anyway, it's like Hogwarts, the game, but it's worker placement. Has nothing to do with Harry Potter, but anyway, somebody will remember the game. Anyway, saw that and I was like, well, we never really streamed that, did we? So, yeah. Huh, okay. Anyway. Patron reward. Show up to HeavyCon. I was handing them out there. That makes my life way easier. So do that. Chris says YouTube always tries to get away with 720, so I have to manually change it. Fair enough. 1860. Yep, Isle of Wight. Okay, that got mentioned already for 2-player. Chip says we haven't heard much about tacos or other cooking tips. I made some ridiculous teriyaki chicken the other night that was perfect. In fact, I had leftovers tonight. It was amazing. Tomorrow, if I find time around the football games, I'm thinking about making some tacos and I'm making homemade tortillas. Got a tortilla press, time to break that out again. So yeah, anyway, all right. Oh, with the final E. Michele? Michele. Michele E. Last thing. Michele? Michele. I could make a case either way. I clearly Italian is not my forte. Here, I apologize, but I'm trying to get it right, really. And since you're on a lot of the streams, I figure I ought to get this one right. No, you don't have to post screenshots and Slack. You can, Rocky, sure. The patron-only Slack, sure. I mean, feel free, or just describe it for what's different for me. I'm curious. Alyssa, sorry to make you do actual work. What, this isn't working? I'm hurt. By the way, since I'm getting close to catching up again, What time do the Ducks play? They're playing Montana. Oh, the game's on. Sorry, 5 minutes into the first half. They're trailing to Montana. Oregon is. Come on. It's basketball. Yeah. Tomorrow, USC. I think we cover by a lot, but whenever I think that, we never do. So, lower latency. So I don't know your all's names. I mean, Rocky's pretty obvious, right? So I don't, if you were somebody over on YouTube and you're now on Twitch, like, I don't know who you are. So you're going to either have to tell me who you are and I'll try and remember it, keeping in mind that sometimes I have the memory of a goldfish, or tell me if you're a new watcher, new viewer. That'd be cool. Alyssa says hello, by the way. She wasn't the one asking. She's seen you a lot, but I'm just saying she said hello, okay? He's looking at me like, hi, you're a good boy. Wow, like 10 to 15% clearer. Okay, all right. Huh. Alchemist, no, it's not Alchemist. Argent the Consortium. Uzi, you win a Cupid doll. Cheers, that's it. I was right, started with A. Twitch is much clearer, okay. Does it require a lot of concentration to move the cameras while playing and teaching? Yes. There's a reason that nobody else is doing this. That I know of, at least. Maybe other people do while live streaming. But and don't have producers that are like off screen and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm good at it. I've been doing it for a number of years, and anything. Like, I imagine flying a plane, you got a lot going on, right? But it becomes pretty routine. Like, you get used to it, muscle memory stuff and everything. And I mean, I'm paying attention to 20 different things whenever I'm streaming a game. And so that's why if anybody really at the table suffers from AP, it's me, because like the other night when we did Nucleum, like I tried so hard to be able to plan out my turn when it wasn't my turn, but I'm doing so many different things between watching chat, monitoring that, making sure that what they're doing is on camera, and I'm not woe is me. I'm not complaining, mind you. I'm just saying, yeah, it's a lot. So, yeah. Gia says, I think Twitch has a better interface than YouTube regarding streaming. But remember, I remember a lot of streamers have complaints about Twitch policies for the past 3 months. Here's the thing. I make no money from Twitch whatsoever. I do from YouTube, obviously. So, I mean, it probably benefits me for y'all watching on YouTube as opposed to Twitch. But honestly, I just want to grow the audience. So wherever that happens, whatever. Okay. I mean, the fact that I can simulcast now, at least in the last couple of weeks, I think they just changed it, makes a huge, like, it's not that hard on my end. Doesn't require a lot more. I mean, I have both streams up, but they're paused, but I can watch the chat on that. But I actually have software that merges the two chats together to where it just comes up in one thing. And that's basically what I'm going off of, is that. So whenever like Alyssa or anybody that's local here that's part of our group, when they come into the studio now, it's going to look a lot like it did just with an extra chat window, but that's going to go over where the chat overlay normally was on our screens over here. So nothing's changing on their end. Okay. I do have to figure out how to auto-moderate some stuff over on Twitch, but it's just a process, learning anything else, so that's fine. Mikela. All right. Mikela. How's that? We'll go with that? So not Michael, not Michelle, but Mikela. All right. I'm going to try and remember it. I'll remember this conversation. So, Corrosion Solo. I have not, Mad Fiddler. Have you? is it worth me trying it solo? Because I enjoyed Corrosion as a multiplayer. Like I thought that was a really underrated game. I thought that was surprisingly good. Like, Rocky, do me a favor in Slack, like run me through that stuff if you would. I don't want to bother going through it while I'm streaming and stuff, but yeah, if you would, I'd appreciate it. Oh, okay. Oddity is Chris. All right. Distant cousin of that Traeger. I got you. That was funny, Rocky. That was funny. Oh, okay. I see that, Rob. I get that. Oh, Joe, I appreciate the kind words. Okay. I appreciate it. If you don't mind, who? Because I want to check them out. I want to know who else is doing what we're doing. Because somebody asked, it may have been you, might have been somebody else, Joe, that like when I started this, nobody was doing any heavier games. But yeah, I'm curious, like who all would you say is in the same niche, if you will? I mean, obviously, like, let's face it, like John and I overlap in some places. Paul and I overlap in some places. Me and Player's Aid overlap in some places. Like, I get that. But, and Rado on occasion and stuff, but I'm curious, who else is out there? Because, I'll be honest, a little insular. Like, I haven't been looking at any of that. Just curious. Well, I appreciate that, Chris. Thanks. I'm probably, yeah, seeing as there's a lot of y'all that are now over on Twitch, it's going to take some getting used to. I may not remember who you are from YouTube, so I might just read your Twitch name, as if I don't have enough while I'm playing games and streaming. Okay, cool. Gio said the simul stream format's quite good. So good. Again, as long as it's not overtaxing my end, and by my end, it's not that it adds any overhead on my end. It does before the stream, but not during the stream. As long as it's not taxing the system, whether it's the internet itself or the actual hardware, then there's zero reason I won't be doing this going forward for everything. I mean, is there a reason to maybe like only make it over on one versus the other? Maybe. Like, hey, I make this a Twitch exclusive or something like that. I don't know. I suppose I could do that. I don't know if I will, but I have this in my back pocket now that the test is pretty damn successful, I would say, overall. Alyssa says, they let my 11-year-old daughter fly a plane. I think what you're doing is harder. Okay. Fair enough. I thank you, I think, or I don't know. Your daughter seems like a pretty smart cat. So, I mean, you've been in here and see what how this works. You've seen how the sausage is made. So, if you say this is harder, I believe you, and I appreciate the compliment. I think, Alyssa. Yeah, Rocky, like talking about shut up and sit down. What they do is apples and giraffes, as far as I'm concerned. Like it's all edited. And we're going for different things, right? I mean, theirs is a lot more comedy based, but also good reviews. Like NPI is another, but again, that's apples and giraffes because they do edited stuff. They don't really do any live streams. The live streams I've seen of theirs, it's not their niche. It's not their cup of tea. It's not what they specialize in. So I get that. Like, oh, what y'all don't see. Did y'all see the video? Oh God, the our favorite #1 game of all time, the joke stream that we did. God, I can't remember. Oh God, this is so bad. This is why I try and not do these things off the top of my head. Anyway, I had to record that, like, I don't know, it was maybe 30, 40 seconds. It took me, I think it was 67 takes. I'm not exaggerating. I think that's literally what it took. I'm terrible when it comes to recording. And the reason is, like, I could be looking at the camera, talking this, but I have my script that's just either to the right or above or just below, and you can see my eyes reading the script like this, and I'm like, no, that looks terrible. I want to be able to look at the camera and talk to the camera when I'm doing that, and not read like that, and yeah, no. So it took me like 67 takes. So what they do with the editing, and it's amazing. I cannot, because it has to be perfect. And at least with live streams, I get one take, and I'm used to it now. Do I still screw stuff up? All the time. Oh my God, my pregnant pauses when teaching drive me crazy. So I hate it. But I'm far more better live than I am edited. So, yeah, take it for what it's worth. Anyway. I did not, Rocky. I have not been on Slack much today. So, like, DM me all this stuff, if you would. I appreciate it. Okay, solo for corrosions. Great. Marking it down, Mad Fiddler. Great, he said. Coming to you, Mad Fiddler, if it's only mediocre. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, wow. Fort does the same follow mechanism that corrosion does, but in far less time. Interesting. I don't have a copy of Fort. Okay. Any plans at D-Day at Omaha Beach? I don't know, JT. Do we have any plans for D-Day at Omaha Beach? We're trying to work out to where we tag team the solo for that, Mad Fiddler, so that's why I say those things. Michele. God damn it, I messed it up already. Shall we see a future Jess on some stream? Wonderful person and a strong player. No, it's not too personal. She just doesn't like being in front of the camera. And there are enough people that have been critical that she doesn't want to deal with that. So probably I would say the chances are very, very slim that you will see her on stream again. Maybe the rare occasion. There have been times she'll come in and be like, hi, babe, and that's that. But like as a player, probably really unlikely. So that goes back, that kind of circles back to the whole why are a lot of board game media not coming out one way or the other or saying anything political stuff. Especially with 2024 around the corner. There's just, the internet can be really nasty and really ugly and have some really, really mean, crappy people on it. And so I don't blame her. I chose this and I get the benefits from it, aka I get to do this for a living. This isn't what she wants to do. So if she doesn't want to, I kind of like, there are other people that like don't really enjoy being on stream. I respect that totally. I know you will, you will too, and whatnot. I'm just saying that it's the few screwing it up for the many. Put it that way. All right. Learn to play. John gets games. Shut up, sit down. Yeah, no, I hear you, but like they do live stuff too. Like John, I know John doesn't. Like what John and I do. It's funny how there are publishers that will hire both John and Heavy Cardboard to cover the same game. So it's different, and people learn differently. So having both, I think, is viable. And as Jess has told me repeatedly, watching this is more of an event-based thing than anything else. And I hope not. Like, I hope there's value in, like, the way I teach games. and that y'all learn from that during the live stream. Or I mean, let's face it, there might be 100 that watch a live stream live. There are thousands that watch it after the fact. So I imagine after the fact seems to be working. So even though it's not live, you get the idea. All right. Ant Labs before you play. Yeah. It's all edited though. So it's different still, but I guess they cover some of the same games, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. All right. All right. Good to know. I appreciate it. Thinker themer, right? Okay. Dragon's Tomb. That's it. Good God, I could not remember his channel's name. That was it. If you haven't seen the video, it's pretty funny. Go watch it. It's a good time. Oh, yeah. Streaming using TTS. No. They can have all that. Won't see it here. Nope. Nope. Well, Rocky, clearly y'all need to move. That seems to be the answer. You know, I appreciate hearing that we're the most fun to watch because I don't know. Like, I mean, I hope it's entertaining and fun, but that's not the driving force. Like, I want y'all to be able to follow along with the games and the games make sense and you're able to get a really good feel for the game. And it make your learning of the game and playing it easier. That's my number one. Like, the games come first. The people and the personalities very much are secondary. I hope that's the case. But with hearing that it's fun as well and entertaining, that's amazing because that tells me we're hitting on the secondary, and the fact that I have enough patrons to be able to do this and y'all are here, you know, watching and supporting tells me that the primary is working and the secondary is also. So winning. Yay. Y'all are winning because you get the content. I'm winning that it's working what I'm doing. So yay, and what we're doing. So thank you for the feedback. Given your background in chess, I mean, yeah, I went to state in high school, but it really wasn't that big of a bar. So I don't play chess anymore. So I probably am, I'd be beaten by 5-year-olds, I'm sure. But anyway, thoughts on a Shobu stream? Didn't we stream Shobu? Am I misremembering that? Could be. I thought we did. Huh. I don't know, maybe. Appreciate that, Michele. I have to think about it still. Reading. Eric says, for me personally, I've learned to play through your streams the most. Not just the rules, but the why and strategy. Especially love everyone's musings of their decision and thought process in the game. That's key, right? So I asked the question in Slack about like what are the gaming sins? And I forget who it was. Somebody in there said, look, AP, but I'll allow it in my game group as long as you talk through your turn. But if you're just in your head staring at a board, no. And I think that's actually a really key, really important thing. And the funny thing is we do this stuff off camera now too. All of us do. Like we'll talk through our turn because it engages with everybody. Now, obviously, if it's a heavy strategic thing that you're like, oh, I can't really talk about, that I want to lay that track to be able to, or I need to outbid there, that obviously not that stuff. But the other things, it's just, And let's face it, we're churning through games so quick that a lot of the games we play are learning games. And so we're more concerned with making sure that we're all understanding it right before as well as being competitive, but the competitiveness is secondary or tertiary to getting it right and understanding it. So yeah, I think that's actually just a benefit for everybody. So like I would recommend trying it if you don't in your own game group. It helps, plus it helps kind of vocalize and helps the thought process. At least in my case it does. Okay, good, we did. All right, I thought so. I think it was Jess and I actually that played Shobu. I think so. Paco Saco or whatever. I actually have a copy of that. I need to actually get a chessboard to be able to stream that. But yeah, from a few years ago. Yep, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool game, for sure. Well, I'm glad. I appreciate the feedback, y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, thank you, Mad Fiddler. Says, dig the content, dig the channel. Been checking y'all out for a while. Appreciate the quality content. Top shelf. Cheers. Yeah, okay, yeah. It was with Jess. Gen Con 2019 series. It might have been, yeah. Wow, that feels like a lifetime ago. Seriously, it really does. That was forever. Wow. Huh, crazy. All right, well, I have caught up. Let's score the Oregon game. 23-22, 8 minutes to go in the first half. What? Come on. Ooh, Arizona went to Duke and beat Duke at home? Pretty amazing. The Pac-12 is about to fall apart, and this is the best year in memory of the football team, or the football teams, and the basketball teams are no slouches. So pretty crazy and sad. It really legitimately makes me sad. But at least Oregon's landing on their feet in the Big Ten. But man, I wish the Pac-12 were remaining, but 'tis what it is. I see what you did there, Rocky. All right, I guess that's it. I guess we're gonna wrap it up there. So hey, surprise stream, yay. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. I did. Thanks for the feedback on the quality aspect of it and how it looks and how it's coming across. Awesome. Now, I guess this is, how do the kids do it here on Twitch? What are you supposed to do? I have no clue. Okay, this is literally the first stream on here. So, yeah, like, what do you do? I don't even know what I'm supposed to ask y'all to do. Like, do you subscribe to it? Like, it's my channel, so I can't really see that. I have no clue. You send a raid to another channel. By the way, that reminds me. Now that we're on Twitch, maybe I'll get lucky and Mr. Beast will come by and just send us money. That'd be awesome. Or any of those folks that I've seen YouTube videos of people just all of a sudden they're you know, they have like 5 viewers and then all of a sudden they have thousands and they get gifted. I don't know how that, White Claw, I don't know what all that stuff, I have to learn. So anyway, can't subscribe until you're partnered. Follow, raid. Okay, thanks Rocky. Little heart icon in the bottom right. See, it doesn't show up because of my channel, I guess. So, all right. Anyway, yeah, do that. Notification, good, yeah, do all that fun stuff. Because it's going to be simulcast, so if it's working better for you all on Twitch, for the most part it is. I'm not going to promise that I won't ever do just things on certain platforms. Not planning on it right now, but I'm just leaving the door open for maybe down the road. Right now, just trying to grow the audience, okay? So, all right, exactly. Old man yells at, I have no idea what I'm doing on Twitch yet. This is day one. I am a baby. I'm a neophyte. So, by the way, is the marble thing still a thing? Because I would love to be able to run that at the end of the streams. I'm not kidding. Somebody please tell me that's still a thing. Marble races, you know, like you hit like exclamation point marble, or I don't know what it is. I got to figure it out, but I hope that's still a thing and that still works. Because if so, I'm gonna figure out a way to make that work to where, and then like maybe we do some sort of like giveaway for whoever wins the completely random marble race. Need a chat bot. Hey, if anybody wants to help learn me on this stuff, I'm down for it. You know where to find me. I'm over on Slack or on Twitter. I can give games. Just saying, if you wanna work with me on this, let's make it happen. Maybe. Just saying. And another Tricarian stream. We could probably make this happen. All right, that's it. I'm gonna go watch the second half. Catch the end of the first half of the Oregon game. I am not streaming tomorrow because I'm watching a lot of college football. Tomorrow looks like an amazing day. There's a Veterans Day thing. I don't know what else. And probably a game day on Sunday. So I'll see local folks then. And otherwise, I'll see you all next week. I may stream something on Sunday. We'll see. But, yeah. Betting for over-under winner will be interesting on Twitch. Why? Explain that to me. So, anyway. Yeah. I'm curious. So, anyway, that's it. Enjoy the Canucks-Leafs game tomorrow night. I will. I'm telling you, tomorrow's going to be an awesome day for sports. I'm looking forward to it. All right, I'm going to go now. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for helping me with this, everybody. I appreciate all the feedback and all the kindness. Like, subscribe, notifications, yada, Patreon, all that. Thanks. Good night, y'all. Woo! What? You can earn channel points that viewers can bet with. Oh, my. Oh, come on. Wait. For real? Oh, we need to make this happen. Oh, okay. Somebody, either email me, hit me on Twitter, or on Slack. Let's make it a thing. This sounds awesome. I know nothing about this, but yeah. All right, I'm leaving now. Bye.